Joker, they're starting to be a player now into the rest of these circles because they have the southwestern edge. They're going to look to push forwards to control so much of this ground because 4 Angry Men are trapped on this shoreline. And there's still a third party to come in as well. Class Digital Athletics, they get eliminated, but they get a point for their trouble. Bigatron, in the meantime, they've only had 1 kill right now, Blank, but 4 Angry Men, 13.
Fantastic position from them. We saw similar things from them on Sandhawk. I believe it was day 2, where they'd got a really damn good position, cleared their angles effectively, and now they just have to hold this down. Obviously, Abrupt Slayers here, they're going to have to move, but right now, for the time being, they have a nice spot on the hillside ridge. 4am though, Hasaki is pretty close, so pretty far away from his team, and it's Svan over on this side with Sinhei actually just holding it down. Now, I'm very curious to see what 4am does next, because I know they want to get rid of Bigatron. That's how they're posturing right now.
But look at the high ground afforded to Abrupt Slayers right now. Such a difficult position to play around, unless you manage to get all these knocks coming on through. And of course, both of them have vested interest in making this happen. Hasaki has been spotted out now, lobs a Molotov towards the Rock of Horizon. Not going to be able to do any tick damage just yet. The Cook comes through, but he's spotted on the off angle. Oh, the MK14's just going to plink you down, Ryzen. Will fall, and 4 Angry Men, they're safer now.
It's such a good rotation from Bigatron, but if you go out here with only 1 kill in the pocket, it is horrendous. You really want this win. You invested a lot of patience into making this happen.
I mean, you say horrendous, but they've already guaranteed themselves 11 points on the game.
Oh, absolutely. But taking that rotation, not affording yourself any kills, to take such a strong position and not get at least that number 2 spot feels really bad.
It's not maximum payoff, certainly, but they have got a whole chunk of points, but really it's 4 Angry Men who've got so many more than everybody else at the moment. 14 points, almost as much as just the chicken dinner on its own for those placements, but they still have a little bit more to go. How much further can they get? Of course, there's 6 points still available, so they could potentially manage to get up to a 20-kill game on that chicken dinner.
Again, see, during the league play, I kept saying I was a big fan of how 4am were playing. It feels like they've really stepped it up here in Erangle. And it's not a case of like they've changed anything. It just feels like they've elevated their already positive qualities. I'm really loving to see it. Nice rotations, great long-range fighting, and just very, very calculated moves around the map, especially in high-pressure situations like this, where you've got to deal with a river, you've got to deal with these awful little split, like crunch pushes where you've only got a bridge to rotate across from. Really well done. Now, Abrupt Slayers, they have to move down the hillside. Circle shifts away from them here. So really, you're wondering whether 4am and Bigatron might work together to try and take out this 4-man team. It would make sense in this situation.
I'll tell you who's happy about this spot, though, is the South Asia fans right now. The Abrupt Slayers obviously representing their region in those missions and starting things off very, very well. Looking likely to unlock some of those rewards for our viewers, for our players as well in the South Asia region. So good job them so far, kicking things off well, but they have to go a little bit further if they want that chicken dinner.
Obviously, Bigatron repping it up for SEA2 here. That's Joker going down. And this is exactly what I was talking about. It's like, for this time being, 4am and Bigatron can ignore one another. The big threat to both of them right now in not getting the top 2 spots is Abrupt Slayers.
And they're stopping them from getting into the circle. Abrupt Slayers keep moving forwards and keep taking ground. And at the moment, 4 Angry Men and Bigatron both have to move forwards to get into this next circle. Joker does get killed, does get flushed as well, so their high ground a little bit diminished there. Bigatron now can look to start to move in and get an extra kill point as well. That's very, very notable there.
So, Charlie moving forward, just trying to scout out the terrain ahead. Nades now coming through from 4am as Abrupt Slayers get closer and closer to nade distance. And oh my god, Molotov into grenade. You are donezoed.
It's going to be that for them, but we'll see how much further they can get. 2 players now for the Abrupt Slayers. 5 kills still on the cards. A little bit of a standoff developing, Blank, but they get the shift. It goes on top of the Abrupt Slayers, and now 4 Angry Men and Bigatron have to fight.
Absolutely, they do. 4am needs to shift attention towards Bigatron. They cannot have a thorn in their side as they try to deal with these remaining 2 players from Abrupt Slayers. Abrupt Slayers not going to show their face not quickly at all here. You can see Leon going to drop that backpack, puts it back on again, but that kind of indicates they're going to go for the snaking position going forward, right? Leave 4am to deal with Bigatron, who is far closer to them. But nice little shift here on the circle goes towards Abrupt Slayers. Like you were saying, John, now they don't have to move.
They can chill. unless they get spotted. Speaking of getting spotted, oh dear. Oh my goodness me, retribution from across the way. Bigatron get dethroned, 12 points, and that's the situation you said you didn't want to see.
Yeah, unfortunate for Bigatron there. 12 points though, nothing to scoff at, like you were saying, John. But now it is a 2v2. Make that a 2v1.
Goodness me, a knock found for 4 Angry Men, but Shinhei is spotted in the grass heaven around the edge, but he's low, and 4 Angry Men crawl their way through the river, across the way, get out, they dominate the shoreline, and they leverage that to move.